Some of the most powerful ideas form in silence long before they become visible. What seems like doing nothing is often the mind quietly building patterns beneath awareness. And this hidden system becomes stronger when attention is uninterrupted, allowing information to connect, reorganize, and evolve over time. Welcome to Relaxing Facts Studio, where we explore how attention, thought, and perception shape the way understanding emerges from quiet mental space, turning everyday reflection into a deeper system of insight, patience, and clarity designed for curious minds seeking meaning beneath surface noise. Stay present as we begin this exploration together today. Ideas often become clearer when fewer voices compete for attention. People who like being alone usually spend more time thinking through problems without constant social input, and that changes how information develops inside the mind. A decision can stay active longer. Cognitive psychologists sometimes call this extended cognitive processing, where the brain keeps working on a question instead of switching tasks every few minutes. That slower processing creates room for complexity. Instead of reaching for the fastest answer, solitary thinkers often test multiple possibilities, compare hidden trade-offs, and mentally simulate outcomes before acting. This matters during uncertain situations. Many real-world problems do not come with immediate feedback. Uncertainty changes how problem-solving works. In highly social environments, quick agreement can feel like progress, but agreement and accuracy are not the same system. Research on group dynamics repeatedly shows that constant interruption fragments working memory and reduces sustained concentration. Quiet environments reduce that fragmentation. Reduced fragmentation can strengthen analytical depth over time. A person sitting alone with a difficult problem may not look productive from the outside, yet the brain is often organizing information across several mental layers at once. It works more like assembling a puzzle without someone moving the pieces every 30 seconds. That hidden process has limits. Solitude does not automatically create intelligence, creativity, or better judgment. But when independent reflection combines with curiosity, patience, and sustained attention, people who prefer being alone often develop a problem-solving style that remains invisible until a complex challenge appears. A solution sometimes appears while washing dishes, walking outside, or staring out a window. The problem did not disappear. The brain simply kept working without conscious effort, a process psychologists often describe as background processing or incubation. That quiet processing changes how difficult problems unfold. When people step away from active concentration, the mind can continue sorting patterns, testing associations, and reorganizing information beneath awareness. The answer may feel sudden. Usually, it is delayed computation. Delayed computation becomes more visible in people who enjoy solitude. Without constant stimulation, more mental space remains available for reflection, downtime, and uninterrupted thought cycles. A quiet walk can become a cognitive workspace. Many creative insights emerge during low-pressure activities rather than intense effort. Low-pressure thinking affects how unrelated information connects. Neuroscientists often link this state to the brain's default mode network, a system active during inward reflection, memory integration, and mental simulation. Instead of forcing a direct answer, the brain begins linking distant experiences, stored knowledge, and incomplete observations into new configurations. Those new configurations can produce surprisingly original solutions. Someone struggling with a work problem might suddenly connect it to a childhood hobby, a previous failure, or an unrelated conversation from months earlier. The connection looks random from the outside. Internally, the brain has been running silent comparisons for hours or even days. Silent comparisons are powerful, but they are not magical. Background processing works best after meaningful engagement with a problem, not instead of it. Still, people comfortable with solitude often create more opportunities for this mental mechanism to operate, and that hidden advantage can make their problem-solving ability seem unexpectedly sharp when the right moment arrives. Hard decisions rarely arrive with complete information. A career move, financial risk, or personal conflict often forces people to choose before certainty exists. People who like being alone frequently become more familiar with that condition. They learn to think without immediate reassurance. That familiarity changes how uncertainty feels. Instead of treating the absence of approval as danger, solitary thinkers often develop tolerance for delayed validation. They evaluate options internally, compare consequences, and move forward without needing constant external confirmation. This is not automatic confidence. It is practiced self-reliance. Self-reliance becomes valuable when feedback is limited or contradictory. In behavioral psychology, decision-making under uncertainty depends heavily on ambiguity tolerance, the ability to function when outcomes remain unclear. Many people seek rapid consensus to reduce discomfort. Independent thinkers often spend longer inside the discomfort before deciding. Extended evaluation can improve judgment in complex situations. Markets shift, relationships evolve, and information changes faster than certainty can keep up. A person comfortable thinking alone may adjust decisions using personal reasoning rather than social momentum. That difference matters. Popular opinion can change quickly under pressure. Pressure reveals how decisions are actually built. In noisy environments, people often outsource confidence by following authority, trends, or group emotion. Solitary decision-makers are not immune to mistakes, but they usually have more experience separating internal judgment from collective reaction. That separation carries both strengths and limitations. Independent thinking can support resilience, originality, and clearer personal direction, especially when no obvious answer exists. But isolation alone does not guarantee wisdom. Strong decision-making still depends on accurate information, flexible thinking, and the willingness to revise conclusions when reality provides new evidence. New ideas often emerge from connections that initially make no obvious sense. A business strategy may borrow from biology. A design solution might come from architecture, music, or even cooking. People who enjoy being alone frequently spend more time exploring these unusual mental links without immediate pressure to justify them. That freedom changes how ideas combine. Instead of staying inside one narrow category, solitary thinkers often move between memories, experiences, and concepts that appear unrelated on the surface. Cognitive scientists sometimes describe this as creative synthesis, the brain's ability to merge distant information into a workable new pattern. Distant patterns matter because many difficult problems do not respond to familiar answers. A person struggling with team communication might suddenly understand it through traffic systems, game strategy, or ecosystem balance. The comparison sounds strange at first. Then the structure becomes clear. Clear structure allows originality to develop from existing knowledge rather than pure invention. Studies of creativity repeatedly show that breakthrough thinking often depends on associative processing, where the mind links separate domains into fresh combinations. The process resembles building a bridge between islands that previously seemed disconnected. Disconnected ideas become easier to notice when mental noise decreases. Solitude can reduce social interruption, informational overload, and constant reaction cycles that pull attention toward immediate demands. With more uninterrupted reflection, the brain gains additional opportunities to test unconventional connections before dismissing them too quickly. Those unconventional links do not always produce useful results. Many unusual associations fail under real-world pressure. But people comfortable spending time alone often practice this mental experimentation more frequently, and over time, that habit can generate problem-solving approaches that feel unexpectedly original because they were built from pieces most people never thought to combine. Thank you for spending this time with Relaxing Facts Studio. If this episode sparked reflection, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Share this episode on your social platforms, like the video, and help it reach more curious minds. Leave a comment with your thoughts so we can understand what ideas stayed with you. Your support is essential to the success and continuity of Relaxing Facts Studio. It allows us to continue creating calm, insightful documentary episodes designed for curious minds exploring deeper understanding of everyday thinking and hidden cognitive processes. Thank you for being here and supporting the channel always.